Funny, the recording's starting now. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm Lone Wolf, and this is Wolf Territories Grid. Just going to ask you if you could turn your mics off, just while I do the talk, and then once I've done that, you can chatter away, and we can answer some questions. Before I start, just want to say, talk about some people who are very integral to the grid, who really help the grid out. Dyer has been amazing keeping the grid going and providing hardware service to the grid, and a bit of emotional support for me when it all goes wrong. And so that's really cool. Sarah's here. Hang on, I'm just going to TP someone in. Offer teleport. There you go. Okay. So, and we've got, and Rogue has been working very much on the entertainment side along with DJ Illusions. Sarah, I've just teleported in, who's standing next to me, which is great. So, I'm on voice. I'm on. And I'm going to do a short presentation, and then there'll be time for discussion and questions and answers, just talking about what's recently happened on the grid and the things that are going to happen very shortly, and some things that are going to happen a little bit longer time. So this presentation board, you can buy it for nothing, and that gives you the whole presentation to take away. So about the grid stats, it's quite exciting. We're the second biggest grid according to Hypergrid Business, 16th biggest in terms of visitors every month. We have one Proxmox cluster at the moment with 8 hardware servers and 11 virtual machines, but that's all changing, and we're going to end up probably 2, maybe 3 Proxmox clusters, and then one of them will take it away because we've got one of the clusters at the moment is not very happy. So we're hoping to end up with 2 cross Proxmox clusters. The grid is pretty much totally database driven, and what that essentially means is that we can do things like don't worry, Sarah, we can basically generate regions just by putting something in a database. That's basically it, and then the whole grid will go, oh look, I need to build a region, and then it builds the region. And that's one of the things that's happened really recently. So we've got a new region control panel. So if you're a landowner at Wolf Territories Grid and you've got a region, or however many regions you've got, you can do things like changing the region name, refreshing the map, rebooting it, changing the currency. You can have Wolf Territories dollars, which is Podex, or you can have Globits on your region. Not both at the same time, sadly. You have to have one or the other. And there's more things to come, like downloading OR files directly from your website, from the website. Incidentally, when you root, there's 2 types of reboot. So if you reboot from within the viewer, it doesn't actually reboot the simulator. Okay, it just reboots the region within the simulator. So if you do it through the web viewer, it actually shuts down the simulator completely. So there's a bit more of a thorough reboot. So, and now, of course, we've got our new rental system. I've been working with Samcart, who've been amazing, and we've now got a system whereby if you rent regions within Wolf Territories Grid, 1 or 2 region packs, the regions are instantly built for you. So someone can sign up today and within 5 minutes have a region and use it, so they don't have to wait for anybody to configure it. We can then move the region around the grid if someone wants it in a different place. That's no problem. Or load things. So what's carrying up? So the asset store is going to be moved to a new faster server that has no downtime, because what we do is we create the new asset store, which is running object storage, which isn't a standard server, it's a special one for doing this sort of job. And in fact, we did have a bit of a data corruption in the asset store during the week, and it actually rebuilt the data. And some people saw it, they went, oh, there's my assets are missing. Rebooted regions, sat back a bit, waited a minute, and it rebuilt them, and off we went. So we're going to have more servers. Download all directly from the website I've talked about. So the Crystal Frost Viewer is coming out soon. We're working with them, which is very exciting. The Crystal Frost Viewer is nothing like Firestorm at all, because it runs on something called, come on brain, it's because I've had COVID, I can't remember. So basically it runs on a different type of framework and graphics engine, which means things like when you drive a boat on the Crystal Frost Viewer, the water will actually do the wake properly on the boat, so you won't have to use particle systems to do it. Things like you can have water on a prim, So you can have, and that's proper water. So you could put a prim up, stick some water on the top of it, and it'll work properly. So it's like the next generation of viewer, and it will leave Firestorm and things like that standing. Now they are being a bit funny about OpenSim, even though I'm working with them, and so is OpenSim NGC. And I don't know if you noticed, but when you teleport somewhere onto a foreign grid, you'll notice it says OpenSim NGC Wolf Grid. So we've got our own special version of OpenSim NGC. They're working with Crystal Frost Viewer as well. I would imagine that this will be the first version of OpenSim that will be supported. But again, timescale is a bit funny because they are being a bit funny about it. So I'll let you know whenever I hear anything exciting about that. I do have a copy of the viewer. This viewer. Just trying to control Loney's all over the place. I do have a copy of this viewer, but it's not really. You can log in, but it doesn't really go anywhere or doing anything. Okay, next, what's coming? So I want to talk about VR now and using OpenSim for business. Now, there's a whole world now of people buying VR headsets. It's getting more and more popular, and you can kind of run OpenSim in VR, and the Crystal Frost Viewer will allow us to do it properly. But there is now a whole market for virtual offices where you can have a meeting in a virtual room, and in fact I've been doing it in VR, and it's pretty poor. The graphics are pretty bad, but we need some tech to do that, and the tech needs to be things like having a computer desktop and a whiteboard, being able to share screens properly and things like that. All that stuff I'm looking at and seeing how we can build it into Wolf Territories Grid to make it a better platform for business. Because one of the issues with OpenSim is that, and with any kind of virtual world like this, is what do you do with it? It's all very well we can build little houses till the cows come home, but what real value has it got? And so, there's community value in bringing groups together who couldn't possibly meet. I don't know if we actually have an autism region that's set up by another autistic person. And, bringing communities together, but also providing space for people who need support and help. And that's got the whole behind the ethos behind Wolf Territories Grid. Excuse me, I just have a bit of a drink. You can hear my throat's going. And also being really open to your ideas. So you might have had something burning in the back of your head. If you think to yourself, wouldn't it be good if we did X? So, for instance, one of our valued members here now said to me, why don't we do a boat show? The region's set up. Okay, and we're gradually putting that together. In fact, it's just south of this region. There's a region called Boat Show. And that'll be a space for people to come and build boats and show the boats. Yeah, Echo Darkmoon, actually, I think it was your idea. To show off their boats. And also that, there's places here where you can showcase your business. Wolf Territory Ocean 20, for instance. And Luna Lunario's got a shop there. Free shops. If you rent a region with us, you can have a free shop, put your stuff out. And I've got some real life business stuff in there as well. So it's providing a space for just exploring what else we can do with it that we've not really been doing up to now. So that it's not just about fun, but maybe about business and about presenting ideas. And one of the things about that is having and a boat cruise as well. That's really cool. So having a facility for people to be able to sail all around the grid. We've got a huge grid here. It's about 1,100 square kilometres of land. That is massive. And it's all joined together. So that was one of my dreams back when I had 3 low prim sims on Second Life, was I wanted to see what would happen if we could build a virtual world that was enormous. That you could actually have someone who lived at the top of north of it, who one day, 2 years after being there, met someone from the south. And it's about forming these little communities as well. So this is the idea of having this community meeting, sort of once a month, is to gather people's ideas and build the tech to do it. One of the problems with OpenSim is, of course, that it's not really scalable when it comes out of the box. Okay, there are some really good setups that you can just download and run, but if you run 1100 regions, it's just not going to work. So building an infrastructure to do that, which we've kind of got, there are some old regions running on older infrastructure within the grid. So, oh, here she is. Okay. Hang on, I'm just going to teleport someone in. Teleport. Okay. Okay, so, where are we? Back to the chat. Okay. Better late than never, yeah. Even though I've nearly finished my talk. Yes, thank you for standing on my toe. Oh, that's my paw. Yep, you're on my paw. On my paw. Okay, I'm going to type as well as talk now. So, streaming. So going back to this. So, it's about providing the best grid for our viewers and users. Good. Okay, we're going to chat in chat as well. Okay, just to facilitate, to make things easier. That's no problem, Eliza. Okay, so just to warn you, I am recording this on video. Okay, so what we have here is a lot better than a lot of the virtual reality offerings that the Meta are making. All we have to do is just plug in these little all we have to do is plug in some of these extra tools. So that's all in the plans. Okay, talking about entertainment. One thing we're trying to do, is to this is your bit, Rogue. Berber. Is to have better entertainment. This involves streaming live bands, including video, into the grid, so that instead of seeing just an avatar, you actually see the musician playing. This is only because we think sometimes people claim they're singing. They are singing when they are not, and they get paid for it. Okay, just something I've forgotten. You can now pay for stuff, including donations to the grid with lots of payment methods. New entertainers. Okay, I'll let Rogue talk about that, and Illusions chip in as they are in charge of entertainment. I don't know if you want to talk on our type. Rogue, are you there? I'm videoing. I'll spin round and have a look. Rogue. Oh, that's alright. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, got it. Okay. Now let me spin round. Okay. Yeah. Go on then. I'm typing, you talk. Yep. Yeah, it was. I was there. Rogue thought it was 7, but it was definitely 15. I got a picture. That is actually the picture. You can see all the people in the room. Cool. Okay. Yeah, it's like a town. It's really hard typing what someone else is saying. Hang on, just keeping up. $200. Yep. Okay, yep, I'm up. I'm just getting the best way of doing this. So it's growing pretty fast. We have about... Yeah, I was just going to say, we do get about 800 visitors per month. You can see this. Come on, Paul. Come on, Loam. Yes. No, that's original members. You can see. Hang on, Paul. Come on. The stats at HTTP. Come on. It's there. There we go. which brings me to questions and discussions, which is the same thing. Anything you like. Go on. Ah, Daya, go on then. Yeah. Object storage is the solution for assets because of the following things. Hang on. Someone's just IMing me. Just in community meeting. Right, okay. I'm just typing for object storage as solution for assets because one, it compresses. I'm typing and writing talking at the same time. It compresses the data. Two, it has resilience and can recover data. You can configure we've got two things. You can configure multi-server, multi-disk for disks for better resilience. I think we're having two conversations at once. I'm just going to finish answering Daya's question. Do I believe object storage is the answer to the asset store problem? Yes. Okay, scrolling back. Okay, so let's start with Eliza. Okay. Tiny's sign up avatars. If you could provide some we could do that. Not a problem. The more communities we can encourage, better. So that's a job for Eliza. If you could provide me a couple of tiny avatars. Then I'll build them in. Hi Southern. Hello Southern, welcome. We're typing and talking at the same time. Illusions, can you type it? My fingers are dying. Right, okay. Theme parties. Yeah, that's what we're asking. themed. I'm just typing in the chat because one of the people here is deaf, so they can't actually hear what you're saying. Okay. Yep. I just realised my voice was off. Okay, if you definitely, Lady Joe. Yep. If you can type in the chat as well, only because one of the people here can't hear anything. She's deaf, so it really helps because I'm trying to keep up, but I can't. Okay, wait a sec. Okay, so Lady Joe, come on down. Really, we've got loads of places like the casino. We've got the thing. Yeah, yeah. So, summarise. I'm going to try and summarise what we're discussing as we go along. So, 1. Races of any type. Planes, trains, boats, etc. Say. And that could be tied in the boat show. So we can have events. We can have events. 2. DJs, performers. Please see illusions. Yeah, that's fine. So cool. You're not. So good. That's that. I just want to say one of my goals is to be bigger than OpenSim. Not OpenSim, OS Grid. Not just in land, but in people. Yeah, OS Grid don't update their maps, so a lot of the regions don't exist. Yeah. Weddings, was that weddings, birthdays, other celebrations? Let's do it. You know that, and that's the thing about the Discord group. that's cool. Just wait till the crystal viewer is here. We'll be able to go wild. If it carries on the way it's going, it carries on the way it's going, it will revolutionise OS OpenSim. Sarah. It's not working yet. Yeah. Without you, without everyone here. Yeah, I just want to echo that. Dyer's work has been pretty amazing, and Dream Hosting is Dyer's company. Dreamhosting.at. Well, no, you really, especially this week when I was really ill. I'm trying to type. I'm typing. Yeah. Just listening to Eliza talking in chat. We have over 1,100 reasons. Hello, you Luna. Second biggest. That's a really good question. I don't know if the saline water is bigger than Second Life. But the main thing is that building the infrastructure, the difficulty here is building the infrastructure structure to support such a huge... I can't do it. A huge grid. Hi, Luna. Luna is an incredible builder. She builds it. I buy it. She made these chairs. So we're doing voice and typing because one of the people here can't hear. So just to make sure that they can participate. Dyer's left. Dyer, you've left your avatar at home. Let's see. Oh, is it? Okay. No, I can see Dia's avatar. Oh, hang on. What's your avatar complexity? Okay, anyway, that's cool. They might have the graphics. It's probably why. They might have the graphics level. That's thousands. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you have to put it right up. Yeah. Uh, dear. Cool. Thanks, mate. Yep. Does anyone? Yeah, Pester Illusions. There's a problem. Any questions? Yeah. Right, that's going to be fixed. The asset issues are caused by a problem we've been having with the cluster, which is going to be fixed next week. An issue with the cluster. That will be fixed next week. This week. Next week. Next week's tomorrow. Okay, because of the... Okay, I can't type. So many typing. Yeah, okay, so basically the object storage is running on our older server because it's been here the longest, so... Yeah, so it'll be during this week, I think. Dia, when's the DDR4 machine free? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So basically, as soon as the new server's up, the object storage will move to the new server. The new cluster will be set up. We'll be moving things around, and it'll all get much more faster and reliable. It's just one of the scaling issues you have when you're running 1100 regions. It's just one of the issues in scaling up so big. Okay. But in 6 months or a year, this will be small. Trust me. We will look back on this back on this and think, wow, only 1100 regions. And they are 4x4s, 16 times 1100. You know, that's the point. But building this infrastructure is not easy. You know, it's not easy to manage, especially with OpenSim. Thanks, Illusions. So just saying there, if you imagine you've got masses of servers and masses of data and lots of it moving around all the time, one of the difficulties is just making the whole thing run reliable and fast with the problems that OpenSim has. OpenSim has more memory leaks than a bucket with holes in it. It really does. And in fact, I just discovered something today where we can actually fix that. Region crossing for vehicles. Oh my god. I've got a script. There is a bug in OpenSim that causes an issue with vehicles crossing regions. Hang on, I should be typing this. That causes an issue with vehicles crossing regions. Okay, and it doesn't happen all the time. It's some of the time, and it's difficult to identify what's causing it. I will get to the bottom of it. I'm working very closely with OpenSim NGC, who have been amazing, and we'll be implementing the next major grid upgrade. So just a little thing about money. So we've got Wolf Territories grid. Yeah, we'll get there. It's a lot to do with how much resources you have and oh dear. So the problem with OpenSim is it's a bit like a model plane kit where not all the bits fit together. Okay, and you think it's all working and then the wheels fall off. It's just so it's a matter of gradually ironing all this stuff out. And when you do it on a much bigger scale, the problems are much worse, because sometimes you get these little issues that you can't quite pin down what's causing them. So yeah, so there are lots of issues with OpenSim, and I will endeavour to make things very reliable in the future, with you guys being able to control all kinds of aspects of your regions. So imagine if you could have 1,000 avatars on your regions. If you could fly anywhere, any issues with region crossing? If your water drifting, it's all a matter of coding, and it's either got to be coded. It's all a matter of coding, and it's got to be done either at the complexity lag at the viewers. But if we overcome that with the new viewer, like with Crystal, whatever it's called, viewer, which I keep forgetting the name of, Crystal, that's running on a completely different platform. So, and it's not using this old OpenGL engine. It's actually using a proper graphics engine. So it should be able to do it. Crystal Frost, that's it. Yeah, it's to do, yes, Unity. Lag is a funny thing, and and as time goes on, we will improve things with the OpenSim code. But the whole region thing is not the greatest architecture in the world, but a new upgrade of the client running Unity is going to make a whole different world. Who knows what is possible? But we'll keep up with it. Okay, quick survey. Type 1 if you like Globits, and 2 if you like Podex. Go. Okay. Echo doesn't mind. Luna likes. Okay. Okay, so you'll notice here that some regions have wolf territories dollars. That's Podex, okay, and some have Globits, and you have the choice. You can just change it for your region in your web control panel. Globits, we have Globits. Globits. The support is not great. Okay, there have been times when it's been offline, and Chris has been hard to get hold of. Podex has been difficult to get the setup for, but I think that's resolved. Only because I've now got the setup, and I'm working with AviWorlds on the Podex side of things. We are running the same version of the money server as AviWorlds, and I talk to Josh quite a lot, probably twice a month. In fact, I helped set up Josh's infrastructure using the Proxmox cluster that we're using. So I actually do work with a number of grids, helping them with infrastructure, which keeps me busy. Podex from what? Okay, Podex. So you can exchange Wolf Territories dollars at the Podex site for other grids currency. I think that's the other thing. Okay, I can't type anymore. So, Globits has to wait for someone to buy Globits to sell, to cash out. Yes, Luna. You can cash out Podex to real money. So this swings about roundabouts with all this. It's a lot about trust, because the thing about Podex is, so Podex is, we have our own currency here. Podex deals with the cash in and out and translating. With Globits, it took me weeks. Illusions will tell you, it took us weeks just to get the keys to be able to be a commercial grid with Podex. It took me weeks of battling and just trying to find the guy. And I tracked him down, because I'm good like that. Eventually, after 2 or 3 weeks, Illusions will tell you, I was pulling my hair out. We couldn't get the code. We couldn't get the code. The code for Podex. Podex. And we couldn't get the keys for Globits for 3 weeks. So I am fluffy. Yeah, well, it grows back quick, doesn't it? So anyway, so the outcome of all this is we've got both currencies here. You could use what you like. It's cool. I'm just interested to see what people think, you know, and how people feel about it. I will never give you a position where I go, you can't have Globits or you can't have Podex, alright? Unless there are legal issues, okay? Or unless one of them gets shut down or whatever, but you know, because your issue would be with them. We just facilitate you using their currencies within the grid. There are talks, there is talk of cryptocurrency, but I'd prefer to keep with normal things. That's why all the payments including okay, cool. So lots of stuff. I'm going to post this on YouTube so I can go over it. Thank you all for coming. My door is always open on Discord. Please talk if you have ideas. And we'll build an incredible grid for the future. And J-O-A-O is playing at the Wolf Pack Club at 12 on Wolf Territories, Colorado. Oh, thank you. So cool. Same thing. Beginning of April. shucks. So just to say, yeah. Where are you? That's no problems. I'm just typing this out because of our deaf guest, so that she doesn't miss anything. Organised. Oh. That's great. Woo. So we're building a good team too, you know. We've got some of the best in the business here. I think we will. And incidentally, if you are thinking of doing entertaining or something, do have a watch of the video at wcgrid.net. Under the privacy policy, there's a really good video about getting started in doing entertaining in OpenSim and Second Life that Rogue's made. It's really, really good. Really well worth watching. Yeah. The main thing is it helps us. Thanks, Rogue. That's cool. I think I've got most. Yeah, guys, do friend each other. I've got enough space on the server to store your requests. Friend me if you want. I'm not one of these people who wants to hide behind a wall of tickets. You know, that's why we've got the Discord. Yeah, and Illusions will. Really, Illusions has friended some really dodgy people like me in the past. Okay, it's been an hour, so I guess we'll call it a day. It's been really good to see everybody. We'll do the same in a month's time and see how far we've gone and how many more regions we've got, how many people and what communities we're developing. If you want to talk about land or got any questions, you can ask something. Yes, Sarah, what's your question about scripts? Scripts. I will just say that although I'm a scripter, I'm also a programmer. I'm running a huge grid, so I don't have a lot of time to write a lot of scripts. So, and it's my day job. Coding is my day job as well as my night job and my weekend job. One day I want this to be my job. Square sales for Square Sales. What's Square Sales? Sales. Square Sales. Yeah, I know Edison actually. I haven't spoken to him for ages, but. Hang on, let's go. IM. Let's talk to you in IM. Okay, Boomer, I'm going to talk to you in IM. Okay, so I'm talking to you in IM. I'll pop you out. Okay, the meeting is officially over, but if you want to stay, please stay. Free mals is another thing. We will be setting up some. I've got one somewhere. Okay. Ah, yeah, I know. The Sales Square. Boomer on IM. Okay, where were we? So you've got a couple of Viking boats. Okay. Yes, but it shows in GBP. It will charge you in USD. That's because Sam can't. Okay. I'm the resident scripter, but the problem is I'm also the resident. Grid name? Okay, you need to create an avatar on our grid first. Okay, mate, yeah. Good grief, it's that time, isn't it? Good. Right. Guys, I'm going to have to go to the venue to sort out the postings for the adverts. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. It's been a great success. And I'm going to... Oh, it's 64 minutes. I'm going to stop that.